Hey guys, welcome back to Roshay Reviews. I'm David Roshay. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I've been trying to finish up my album. It took precedent. I had to put all my YouTube shit on the back burner. If you want to support my music though, go ahead and check me out on Instagram at DJ Roshay and on youtube.com/DJ Roshay. And be sure to hit subscribe on this channel because I'm going to be reviewing all my favorite fall movies before the end of the year. This review is going to be for Mother, directed by Darren Aronofsky, released September 15, 2017. Spoilers if you haven't seen this movie. This movie is about a man and a wife living together, and a man trying to finish his project, trying to gain the rest of his inspiration for his project. I believe it's a book. And there's a whole bunch of people coming in and out of their house, and it's very uncomfortable for his wife, Jennifer Lawrence, and we're going through her experience of her inconveniences. It's pretty intense, to say the least. If you're not familiar with Darren Aronofsky, he directed Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream. So if you didn't like those two movies, you're probably not going to like this. Not everybody was feeling this one. It was kind of marketed as a horror movie, and I kind of felt like it was going to be that too, but I still wasn't let down by what I saw. I still enjoyed the movie. I still took it for what it was, even though it wasn't a full-on horror movie, but it was still good. So let me get into my dislikes first. It was kind of draining, you know what I mean? You definitely want to get your electrolytes in and have some food in you before you go and see this, so you're not completely wiped out by the end of it, because it's pretty much like Jennifer Lawrence getting walked on and treated like shit for about 2 hours, and as the audience, we are living her experience, you know what I mean? We are going through pretty much everything she's going through. It's pretty much about this artist played by Javier Bardem, and this movie is based on his need for inspiration, and he's getting it through a whole bunch of different people coming in and out of their house, but it's at the expense of Jennifer Lawrence's character. You're getting beat up through this experience, so definitely have some food in you. Also, it can be interpreted in a few different ways, which I like, but in a way I don't like it, because we can't really say this movie is completely 100% about this. You know, we all have our own interpretations, which I think is cool, but also rub people the wrong way a little bit. You know, it is a kind of about the Mother Earth, and it is about the God thing. It could be about, you know what I mean? It's like, it could be this or could be that. You know, if you're not a fan of his work, you probably won't get into this as much. I wasn't bothered by the heavy ego. You know, I kind of relate as an artist, you know, of getting the inspiration, not at the expense at anybody around me, but you know, to a certain degree, to where it's almost the most important thing for an artist to find that certain inspiration to finish projects. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna watch that again. You got to watch it a couple times to really get into it. But I didn't really dislike too many things about it. A lot of people didn't like it because they felt it was a little bit too over ego. And I didn't really feel that way. I don't really feel the way about Darren Aronofsky. I like his films. I didn't feel like he was, you know, jerking himself off or stroking his own ego too much. You know, this is his work. You know, this is his whether he felt like the lead character or not. You know, I mean, this is his vision. This is an original vision that so many people out here have been complaining about, original thoughts and original visions and original movies. This is one of those things. It's something that we never actually saw before, and at the end you're like, holy shit, that was creative, you know? So I'm gonna give him credit for that. Let's get into the things that I actually really did like about it. The unpredictability of the movie was really dope. I couldn't really figure out whether he was the devil or not, or whether he was God, you know what I mean? At the end they kind of, you know, sacrificed this baby, and it turns out that he is this somewhat God character, because you have the Adam and Eve, you know, situation going on, and you have the brothers that come in representing the Cain and Abel. So, you know, you don't really see it coming. I was waiting for him to turn into the devil at the end, but that doesn't really happen. So there is an unpredictability about it. You come out at the end thinking, okay, wow, I gotta really think about this, instead of it just being, oh, okay, it was specifically this or specifically that. You know, it makes you think, and I think that's a good thing for movies nowadays. Nextly, it's purposely hard to watch, but that's 100% the point. You know what I mean? You are supposed to feel uncomfortable through this process. It's building up to the finale. You know what I mean? It's building up to this payoff. You know that, you know, you're uncomfortable during this thing, but you know it's gonna pay off in the end. You know, just like all of his movies, you know, just like Requiem at the end, where his mom runs out of the house and he, you know, they're both in jail and Jared Leto's getting his arm chopped off. Like, the whole movie was a build up to that. and as well as Black Swan, the crazy dance at the end, you know what I mean, where she's going off. The whole movie of uncomfortability, the hangnails getting pulled off her hands, all that awkward shit was a build up to that finale. So you knew something was coming, and something did really happen at the end, which is great. It was very artistic, which I relate to, and it definitely had its complexities. You know, Jennifer Lawrence in the white dress, you know, that was its own little thing. She was looking good in the white dress. I can't be mad at that. I'm not a huge fan of hers, but this movie, she kind of worked for me for some reason. I'm not sure why. It just kind of worked. She played the part well for me, and it just her and Javier Bardem's relationship and chemistry worked for me as well. So that's really a good thing. And then my last thing that I have to mention is the finale. The finale was fantastic. It's the payoff. You know, the house goes crazy. A whole bunch of people come in. It turns into a small party to an absolute war zone. We get to see this come to life. So, you know, from a creative standpoint, from a filmmaker standpoint, you can't hate on it. You know, it's really tough to hate on this movie unless you have a problem with Darren Aronofsky. But let me know what you guys think about this movie. Did you hate it or did you like it? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next film. Peace.